Hey there, Star Wars fans, and welcome to ITRHQ podcast, a weekly family-friendly Star Wars podcast.
In today's episode, we're reviewing the final episode of Season 2 of The Mandalorian, and we are continuing our series where we do analytical breakdowns of every Star Wars movie, today with Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
Before we start, I would just like to remind you guys to subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to us on. It really helps us out. And check out our Instagram at ITRHQ. Also, don't forget to visit my YouTube channel, ITRHQ Productions.
But first, let's get into the Mandalorian review.
So obviously before we do that, this is a big, probably the biggest spoiler warning we have ever and will ever give. If you haven't watched this episode yet, go and watch it and make sure you hydrate yourself throughout because you will cry. And also skip this bit. I'll put timestamps in the description so you can skip straight to Impression of the Week. But this is a huge spoiler warning. If you haven't watched the episode now, skip to the next bit now. But for those of you that have watched it, let's get straight into it.
Come on, baby. Do the magic hand thing.
You have something I want.
Grogu and I can feel each other's love.
I have spoken. I would like to see the baby.
What do you need, Jedi?
Nothing.
You are a clan of two. This is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Okay, so guys, again, if you have been silly enough to stay and you still haven't watched it, skip now. Huge spoiler warning.
Silly people.
So, right.
I want to say this episode was
I don't quite.
it was a good episode.
Can
but
you
for
put,
me,
like-
it was disappointing. I don't know why.
It's a difficult. I really enjoyed it. I did. I did really enjoy this episode.
I think Moff Gideon just
There were certain bits that I was like, okay, I would have done that differently. Definitely. But again, there were certain bits that were like, I could not even have dreamed of that being that good. You know? We obviously have to talk about probably the biggest thing from this episode, which was the return of Luke Skywalker. This is something we've been talking about for quite a while now. Both Joe and I, we had quite, we did. It wasn't that we thought it would be bad if he returned. We just thought it would be better if he didn't. When you saw that X-wing fly down, and when you saw that kind of the black cloak going through the corridors, and you saw him, you know,
saw his lightsaber. I
saw
knew it was
a lightsaber blade annihilating the dark troopers, and then it switched to actual color, and you saw the green blade. What was going through your head?
Well, no, I pretty much knew it was Luke. I still had a hope that it was Ezra, but definitely not in those clothes.
Yeah.
I was excited, but I was also like, well, Luke was the most obvious Jedi to go
Yeah.
to. And
I mean, I think when I saw Luke, I kind of wasn't thinking about any of the other practicality bits. I was just yelling my head off.
yeah.
To the extent that my parents actually forced me to stop watching and come downstairs because they thought I was injured. But yeah, so I was like completely yelling my head off because I had my doubts before this, but I liked it. I will say I did really enjoy it. I thought it was awesome. At the moment, because of where we saw him, I think it'll be interesting to see how they pan that out with the sequels, and that whole continuity thing. But I thought it was really cool.
I thought Luke looked amazing.
Yeah, compared to like Tarkin or Leia in Rogue One.
Oh, they look so
awful.
off.
They especially Leia, she looked really weird. And then in the Rise of Skywalker, they looked pretty good, but they were kind of it was quite dark. But for the CGI, it actually looked really good. Now, if you put like an image of Mandalorian Luke and Return of the Jedi Luke side by side, Mandalorian Luke looks pretty bad. But when you're just watching it in the episode, he doesn't look that bad at all.
The
I
hair
think,
was a bit blurred.
yeah,
I
I
think.
didn't like. I thought the hair was weird.
Yeah.
One of the things I didn't like about it so much was also no, I don't know what I'm saying there. I think what made it easier for the Lucasfilm team was that any bits where he had his hood off, he was very stationary. So it wasn't like
Yeah.
he was moving around doing stuff. He was standing there being still. So because it was Mark Hamill doing all the acting, so it was much easier to de-age him when he was doing that. And I think that's the main reason that one of the main reasons they had his hood up when he was doing the action sequences, because it meant that they could have a stunt double in doing that, and then Mark doing the other bits. Um, but as we've discussed before, Return of the Jedi is both of our favorite movies, and it was so cool seeing Luke again.
Uh, one thing I thought was a bit weird was why it isn't about Luke. Oh, I have two things to say. Uh, Luke accepted Grogu's training even when he saw the attachment with him and it was Din Djarin. I keep on
Din.
forgetting the Mandalorian's
Din
name.
Djarin, yeah.
Din Djarin. And well, it kind of now it makes sense that Luke accepted it because he had his attachments with his like parents and didn't want to go off.
I think I think Luke said he won't be safe if he's not fully trained, and I think Luke
Yeah.
recognized that. And I think the only problem I felt with Luke taking it was that he came in with like towards the end of the episode, beat up a load of dark troopers, came in and just took this baby. With Ahsoka, you had a whole kind of 50-minute episode of development and that thing, should I take it, should I not? I'm not going to take it, but if you do this for me, blah, 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 I'll help you. Whereas with Luke, it was very much I come in, I take this kid
Well,
straight away.
I
And it
guess
was a
they
bit,
already connected when
yeah,
Grogu was reaching out.
but it was a bit sudden. It was become like, okay, that was quite quick. But it was,
Yeah.
because, you know, that was the Luke that we've always, that was that kind of full power, you know, that was Legends Luke. That was that insanely high-powered, awesome lightsaber skills, incredibly force-sensitive Luke that we never quite got in the originals, and we got in the sequels, but only at the end of The Last Jedi. And that was because I think one of the things that made this Luke so great was, I personally, you didn't like The Last Jedi Luke. Personally, I love The Last Jedi Luke. I think that's the coolest iteration of Luke we've ever seen. But even though I still loved it, it didn't quite it wasn't the same Luke that we saw in the OT. He was very different. He was older, he was much changed, and so we never quite got that again. And also he didn't have,
It's quite mature.
yeah, was obviously you had the look. Obviously we were never gonna have that look of the OT Luke again because Mark Hamill was 50 years older. But seeing him again with that full power OT-ness that we never quite got in the OT, but he's still got that element to it, and he looks like him, was absolutely insane. That was I really enjoyed that personally.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the thing that I was gonna say, Bo-Katan couldn't accept the Darksaber. Is that not what she did with Sabine?
Yeah, that was all a bit weird. So I
Yeah.
wonder how they're going to work that in.
Maybe it was because she couldn't control Mandalore because she didn't win it. So now she understands that she has to win it from Moff Gideon.
Yes, because she didn't win it originally, and maybe there were complications that we didn't see. What are the I did really like seeing R2 again. That was completely unexpected, but really cool.
Mm.
It was there's a thing I saw online. It was when when R2 did that kind of shaking side to side bit. It wasn't him excited to get the baby. It was him terrified because last time he met one of those species, they whacked him with a stick for 5 minutes. That the bad lip reading, seagulls. Have you never watched that? Come on, Joe.
I know, I never watched that.
Never watched bad lip reading.
No.
I'm sending you all of them the second we finish doing this. It's the best. I was gonna say, see, because you saw the X-wing come across the thing, and it was like, okay, this is where we're getting something cool. I was like, this is
Yeah.
probably Jedi, but I guess it could be a New Republic pilot or something. But what use would that be? And then
Mm.
I saw, and then you saw them coming with the cloak, and I was like, okay, so it's definitely not Yaddle, unless she's grown a lot.
Not
And,
Cal Kestis.
yeah, I was fairly sure it wasn't Cal Kestis, so that kind of left Mace, Luke,
Mace.
Mace Windu, Luke, or Ezra, and I was thinking
Oh, I saw
I couldn't really see Mace flying an X-wing, and I couldn't really see Mace Windu wearing a cloak like that.
Yeah.
So that kind of left it to Luke and Ezra, and I was fairly sure that Ezra was still in the unknown regions, so it was Luke, but I didn't want to quite believe it until I saw the green lightsaber. It
Mm.
was kind of like I pretty much knew it was him, but I didn't want to confirm it to myself. That was
No, but
that
the
was
green lightsaber doesn't confirm it's Luke.
yeah, but then you saw the handle. You saw
Yeah.
the green lightsaber, and then about
Yeah.
2 seconds later you saw the handle.
No, but Ezra's lightsaber and Luke's aren't that different. It has like the
Oh
neck
god, yeah,
thing.
Ezra had a green lightsaber, didn't he?
Yeah.
I was expecting to see Ezra's old blue gun lightsaber. I completely forgot he had a green lightsaber. Oops. I complete like
No, but yeah, the handles are a bit similar.
they are actually pretty similar, yeah, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oopsie daisies.
But from the clothes, it was like Return of a Jedi Luke. So-
Yes. So Moff, I wasn't so keen on Moff Gideon in this episode.
No, it's taken down too easily.
Yeah, because Moff Gideon always seemed like he was a fighter. He wasn't one of those officers that kind of stood behind a command desk. You say, yeah, you do that and you do that and send troops there. He was one of those officers that would actually be in the thick of things fighting. And the way he fought with the dark saber, he had no technique. He was just kind of swinging it like, when you used to fight with pretend lightsabers when you're younger, the way you kind of just swing it there. He had no attack style, no stance of how he did it.
But why did he want the dark saber?
I think, he was the one responsible for purging Mandalore for the Night of 1,000 Tears or whatever it's called.
Oh, okay.
So I think he's got it doing that.
The Night
but-
of the Long Knives.
But he had no technique, and I always kind of envisaged Moff Gideon having much more technique than that.
Mm.
And it was I just felt like that battle was quite a bit too short and too quick, and just went over way too quickly.
Yeah.
I also find it slightly disconcerting how when he got back into the control room, he had blood coming out of his mouth.
And we also got confirmation that it can't cut through pure Beskar.
Beskar. But the Beskar heated up tons. That was interesting. That was.
Yeah, but
It-
Bo-Katan
it-
said that it couldn't.
Yeah, but it was interesting because when Ahsoka fought the lady governess person thingy, you didn't see the best guy heating up at all. You didn't get that red thing. But when it was with the dark saber, you did. So I'm wondering if there's some sort of reasoning, because we know the dark saber is very unique. So I'm just wondering if there's some sort of thing
Well,
going
it's
on there.
more. Well, it has a sharp edge, so it's probably
It's-
more.
It's more of a sword than
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
It's
more
more
yeah.
concentrated.
Yeah, more concentrated. That's the
Yes.
word I was looking for.
Physics. Probably not physics. But,
I was gonna say more pressure. I'm like, it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, that's not pressure, is it?
Well, it is. But like,
What I did find really cool, one of my favorite bits was the opening sequence in the Lambda shuttle, and you had the pilot talking about his experiences with the Death Star.
oh yeah.
That was really interesting. That was kind of very
Wait, he said millions of people died. Was he talking about the
on
people on
both-
the Death Star?
yeah, on both
Yeah.
Death Stars, because that was very much from the Imperial's perspective of the Death Stars, bro. While millions died, the galaxy cheered.
Mm.
That was really interesting. I thought that was really cool.
It's kind of contradicting because he was just laughing about, not really laughing, but making fun of Alderaan for the
Yeah,
Death
that
Star
was
blowing
weird.
up, and then he gets defensive about the galaxy blowing up a Death Star, which was gonna probably blow up many other planets after that in
But
Terror.
also, what is it with this Star Wars, with this Mandalorian and Agents of Shield thing? Where is this coming from? I love it. Because that TIE fighter pilot who was telling it, not pilot, whatever he was, he's in Agents of Shield season 7.
Who is he?
He plays a young Nathaniel Malik. You remember Gideon Malik?
Gideon Malik.
Gideon
No?
Malik, the Hydra dude.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he had that younger brother that died because he went to Hive's planet.
Mm.
Well, in season 7, in this alternate timeline, the younger brother lives, and that younger brother is played by the guy who played that TIE fighter pilot.
Oh, I haven't seen season 7 yet.
No, you haven't, but you really should because it's really good.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about it.
It's not a huge spoiler though.
Yeah.
But so that was really awesome.
Yeah.
This episode, I think Cara Dune was like on point. This episode, she was great.
Yeah.
But I just love when her gun jammed. She just used the end of the gun to beat up those stormtroopers. And then they get into the lift and she's trying to fix this gun, and she's like Star Wars swearing. I always love it when they do like fake Star Wars swearing. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
And when I watched it back with subtitles, the worship was brilliant. And you expect her to do this kind of, she's Cara Dune, drop cheap. You expect her to do this whole kind of technical thing, and then she just does what anyone else on Earth would do and just slams it against the ground and it works again. It's brilliant. I also really like the team up of Cara, Fennec, Bo, and whatever her name was.
Oh, I wish Boba was on that ship to see Luke.
Oh God, yeah. Because they had like a thing.
Yeah.
That could have been Cosca Reeves. That's it. That's the other Mandalorian lady.
Oh yeah.
That could have been tense between Boba and Luke. I also liked there was just a lot of kind of cool. Fennec Shand was just on point this episode. She was so, there's that bit in like the cargo hold. And she was just so Melinda May. It was awesome. Who's just being so like, I love
the
that.
cavalry.
Yeah. She was so cool this episode. And just that team up worked really well, I think. So it's just for this episode to break down. It's crazy. What other bits? I'm now forgetting all of them after just having said that. So what other bits have we forgotten, Joe? How about it?
The end.
The end. How did? Whoops. Wait, which end? The actual end or the
No, the Boba end.
The Boba end.
The Boba end.
So, December 2021, the Book of Boba Fett. That is gonna be cool.
I was thinking, oh wait, that's gonna be the Boba. Wait, did they confirm the Boba series? I forget.
No.
I forget. I forgot all of the series that have been announced.
No, so right, you mean it? The Investor School. No,
Yeah.
they didn't announce it at the Investor School. This was the first I heard of it. Anyone heard of it? Sorry.
No, the series.
Yes.
Is there going to be?
Correct.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be in the series book.
What do you mean?
The continuation of him
Of
being
Mando?
in Jabba's palace. Yeah. No, Boba Fett.
What do you want about? I'm so confused.
So is there going to be a Boba Fett show?
Yes. That's
Yes.
That's what that whole end credit
You
scene
see,
was
you're
about.
confusing me. You're confusing me.
I think we're
okay?
confusing each other now.
No, but no. So is that going to be about the series? There's
there
also a book.
Is there going to be the series? Is called.
What is
the
it going
book-
to be about it?
The series is called The Book of Boba Fett. There was. It's not going to be like a written down book that you can
The
go to.
series is called The Book of Boba
Yeah,
Fett.
it's not going to be like you go to Waterstones and buy a book about Boba Fett
Yeah, I
that
thought it
comes
was
out
that.
next year. It's a television show about Boba Fett.
Okay.
Did you not realise that?
No.
Oh my
I
god.
was like, oh yeah, your book. Woo.
Well, because remember the investors call, they only mentioned 9 of the upcoming shows, and they said that there were 10. So we were like, okay, what's the next one going to be? And it turns out that obviously this is going to be the next one, which is going to be pretty awesome. I loved seeing Fat Bib Fortuna. That was quite funny.
Oh yeah.
But what the because I found that end credit scene completely by accident. Because I just hadn't got around to turning the credits off, so I was watching the credits, and I saw, I think I was doing something on my phone, and I saw just on the screen, it's saying a double for Bib Fortuna, and I was super confused because I hadn't seen Bib Fortuna in the episode at all, and I looked it up, and it said something about an end credit scene, so I just kind of lost my head. I just kind of watched the rest of it. It was so awesome, and then obviously you got the whole kind of Jabba's palace. But had I not seen that, I wouldn't have found that.
It was kind of weird at the end. There was just no one in the room. It was Fennec and Boba, and then Boba's sitting on the chair. I was like, what's gonna happen next? We're just gonna sit on the chair forever.
It's good cinematography, Joe.
Yeah, but it's kind of funny. I don't know.
The dark troopers were pretty cool. I think the Mando fight against the dark trooper, that was pretty cool.
I think they were kind of wasted. They didn't really do anything.
Yeah, well, because in Legends, like the dark, like even a lightsaber would struggle to cut through a dark saber's armor.
Hmm.
Whereas in this, Luke's lightsaber was just like vup, vup, vup. Off goes the dark trooper's head. Bye bye, Mr. Dark Trooper. And it was a bit just like, oh, okay, that kind of sucks.
Well, I guess there was a human in it before.
Yeah, what? No, in Legends, the armor couldn't be cut through by, or it took ages to cut through the armor with a lightsaber. That was why it was so good.
Yeah, well,
Whereas
guess
in
there's a human
this,
inside that it needs to protect.
I'm talking about the Phase 3 armor.
Mhm.
Still couldn't be cut through by people, by a lightsaber. So none of the armor, whether it was a droid or a person, could be cut through by a lightsaber. Whereas in this, it could be cut through by a lightsaber, which I thought was a bit sad.
Guess that's where it's Legends.
Yeah. That Legends that gave us Chewie being killed by a moon getting dropped on him. But I think if we I think we'll probably see the Dark Troopers again. But
That's the only thing that could kill Chewie.
so I think we will see the Dark Troopers again, but I don't think it'll be for a while.
Yeah.
But it was a bit of an odd ending though, because Mando kind of gave Baby Yoda to Luke. Luke went to a lift closed. What happens next? It felt much more like the ending.
Season 3.
It felt much more like the ending of an episode than of a
Not really,
season.
because it's like now we're gonna find out what Luke does with Baby Yoda.
Yeah, but but like in terms of like the rest of in terms of what happens with them getting off the ship and what they do with Moff Gideon, it feels much more like, because season 3, between each season there's going to be a time jump, right? But
No, because we need to see Bo-Katan taking the dark saber back.
Exactly.
From
But there would be a time jump between each season. But I would have been interested to see what happens, how they get off that ship.
They might just do a Last Jedi and then just have it like an hour later.
I'd be surprised if they did that. It's possible, but I'd be
Yeah.
surprised. Because
I guess we'll have to wait a year and see.
Yeah, over a year and 7 days, because it doesn't come out until Christmas Day next year.
Why?
But yeah, why would you release it on Christmas Day? Who's gonna be who's gonna be allowed to watch The Mandalorian on Christmas Day?
Wait, why wouldn't you be allowed?
Because you've got to spend time with your family or stuff like that. I don't know.
Who does that?
What? Spend time with their family?
Yeah.
It's Christmas, Joe. Liven up a bit. But so what did you? So obviously there was the whole kind of emotional goodbye between Grogu and the Mandalorian, and then the Mandalorian just kind of took his helmet off, and we're all kind of
Yeah.
looking at him like, "Yo, wah, 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 wah." What did you think of that? Of him taking his helmet off?
There's no words for it. It was just very, very sad, I guess. He finally gets to see his face. I remember just watching it on subtitles. It's just like Grogu colon Q's. I don't know why. I just find that really funny.
It was the because it was the first time we probably seen the Mandalorian show emotion.
Yeah.
You know, it was very sweet. And Bo-Katan also nearly died, which was very odd.
Yeah.
Because Moff Gideon just shot her up, and we all thought, oh my god, just Bo-Katan just died. And then like 5 seconds later, she's just standing there at the corner of the shot, and we're just like, is she dead? Is she what
Moff
happened?
Gideon is truly unforgivable. He tries to shoot Baby Yoda.
I know. You do not shoot Baby Yoda.
No,
That's
you
like
do not.
blasphemy of the highest degree. You just know. That is offensive.
You just
to Baby
can't.
Yoda.
It's not allowed.
So now that we've had the end of season 2, what are your predictions for season 3?
It's kind of a hard one.
It is. It is. Because, with the unexpectedness of how season 2 went, it's so hard to predict for season 3.
Is it going to be like, Baby Yoda with Luke, but then it's not the Mandalorian, it's the Luke?
Are we going to see, is it going to be like cuts? Is it going to be like half an episode? You just switch between the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda? Is it going to be that we don't see Baby Yoda for like the first 4 episodes, and then Mando gets him back, and then during that time we have like flashbacks to his training with Luke? How is that going to work? That'll be interesting, I think. I think it's much more likely he'll get him back later in the season. There'll be flashbacks, but I don't know. And I think also Mando season 3, because they've got all these new projects coming out, and I'm just slightly, because I'm not concerned. I'm just wondering if Mando season 3 will become a catalyst for all these different shows. So it'll form the basis of like Rangers of the New Republic, of maybe a droid story, of Ahsoka, a bit more stuff of the story of Boba Fett. Yeah, how
the Book of Boba Fett.
That one as well. So I'm interested to see how they're gonna handle that, and how they're gonna handle bringing Hondo into it. If they don't bring Hondo into it, I'm gonna kill them.
Very disappointed. Right. Imagine it was just Hondo who came and he's using the Force.
Imagine if Hondo was a Jedi.
Yeah.
Hondo would make the best Jedi. So if you see those like those memes, it's like someone playing Uno, and it's supposed to be Obi-Wan playing it, and it's admit that you like running into Hondo or Jaw 25, and then the next image is just Obi-Wan sitting there with 25 cards.
I have not seen that.
Everybody loves Hondo.
He does enjoy running into Hondo.
He does, and I feel like Dooku did quite enjoy his time with Hondo. I feel like Dooku was just like, you know what, being a Sith Lord and leader of the Separatists is kind of stressful. So I'm actually I'm quite enjoying this. Anakin got some time away from Padme, to hang out with the boys.
I don't think Dooku would like spending his whole entire life in a Republic jail, so I think he'd be worrying about that a bit.
Yeah. Hondo's the best. I feel like there's another bit of the episode that I'm completely and utterly missing out.
Wait, did I say Hondo? I meant Dooku. Did I say Hondo?
No, I said Hondo.
No, I said the thing about Dooku spending the rest of his life
you said Dooku.
I said Dooku. Okay. Yeah. My brain's tricking me.
I feel like there's another bit of the episode that we're leaving out. Or am I just going slightly mad? I feel like I'm going slightly mad. I'm going slightly mad.
No, it was kind of a.
Yeah, so
what happened in a short amount of time?
Yeah, I think it should have been a longer episode, and we should have got.
No,
more...
I mean not much happened in a long amount of time.
Wait, what?
It was just one thing. They attacked the ship, get to the bridge.
I think they could have done slightly more with the episode.
Yeah.
In terms of, it did feel a bit rushed.
Halfway through the episode, I was like, "Is the Jedi even gonna come this season?"
Yeah. I felt like they could have elongated it a bit more. I think what would have been cooler is if last episode we had what happened this episode minus Luke, and then this episode they crashed on a planet or something, but Moff Gideon got a load of reinforcements and we got away more of like a battle thing.
They're about to kill Baby Yoda, then you see a green lightsaber.
Yeah, I think that would would have worked much better.
Mm.
But we got what we got, and I overall I think I like this episode. So now that we've watched all of season 2, so we've had all of season 2, what would be your ranking for your episodes?
Oh, all of them.
Yeah,
for
all of them.
for me, like
So
episode.
best to worst, or worst to best, whichever one you want.
I don't know if I will remember. So 2 is the worst one.
2 is the worst. Okay, the passenger.
Maybe then. Thing is, some episodes in Mandalorian, he just goes to a planet and then they're like, "Oh, we don't like you, but if you kill this big creature, then we'll give you some stuff." And then he gets away
Yeah.
with Baby Yoda. I'll say episode 1.
So
So maybe
episode
like
1 next.
episode 1 and 7.
So episode 2 is your least favorite, then episode 1, then episode 7.
Yeah. No, I say 7 then 1.
So 7 then 1, yeah.
Oh no, they're both equal. They're both equal.
Okay.
This is hard to say.
It is.
3 was good.
Yes. But it
What
wasn't
happens
the
in
best.
4?
4 was the one on Navarro.
Oh, that one was decent, I guess.
So 1, 7, 1, 2, 7, 1, 3, 4.
4. Oh, then there's.
You've
What
then
happened
got
in
you've
what
then got
happened in 6?
Ahsoka.
No, wasn't that 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was it? We've got Ahsoka.
So then 6, 5, 7. No. 6, 7, 5.
What happened in 6?
No, they go to the planet and then they're defending
Oh,
Yoda. He
yes,
gets
yes, yes,
taken.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'd say mine is 2. So 7.
You didn't like 7?
No, so not so.
Oh yeah, 7 was bad.
2, 7, 3, 4. But I it's kind of 2, 7, and 1s I didn't like so much, and then everything after 2, 7 I did like. It's just the order I have to come up with an order. 2, 7, 3. What did I say next? 4. 6. 8, 1, 5.
That was the best one. Yeah.
I still really love the Marshal. I still think that was such a sick episode.
What about out of the whole of Mandalorian? But no, I can't do that. I've forgotten all the.
Yeah, I think
season 1.
if I watched number 1 back again now, I probably wouldn't like it as much.
Season 2
I did like
is
it.
better than season 1.
Yes, the thing is, season 1 was much more out on its own.
Yeah.
About the story about a Mandalorian warrior and a little Yoda kid, whereas season 2 was much more connected to the wider galaxy.
Exactly.
So I think it's probably time to move on to what's probably both of our favourite sections, because who wouldn't like this bit? It's time for Pressure of the Week.
Missy called Jar Jar Binks. Missy, your humble servant.
Great warrior!
Now let's leave your wife out of this. There is no need for such impropriety among these.
Passion of the week.
Yeah, what should we do for Pressure of the Week this week?
R2D2.
R2D2 is really easy though. You just do.
I can't whistle.
Wow! You have to think about it just this way. Whoa! I won't do that again.
C3PO?
Okay, fine, I'll do C3PO. This is really bad, but I'll do C3PO. I am C3PO, human cyborg relations. No, that's too low, isn't it? I am C3PO, human cyborg relations.
Let me
No,
look up
that's wrong, isn't
C3PO
it?
lines.
Just do I am C3PO, human cyborg relations. 'Cause he says that in what's the first one called? Oh, I forgot. Phantom Menace. There we go.
No, he basically says it in every single episode that he is in.
Yeah. because he's C-3PO.
I'm thinking.
C-3PO is actually quite a hard one.
It is actually. It kind of is.
Uh,
Because you know the lines. It's clear in your heads, but you can't do it.
You've just got to work out. You just got to remember each numbers for the odds. Never tell me the odds. That's my amazing Han Solo impression. Very proud of that. It's absolutely terrible.
I'm thinking of how to do it.
Just do it. Just do it, Joe.
No, I can't do it. I can't do
Put
it.
your voice like an octave down. Go on, Joe. 3, 2, 1.
I'm nervous.
Just do it. If I can do it, you can do
No,
it.
I can't. You can't do it. It's the robot. It's the robot.
Okay, do you want to chicken out?
Yes, I'm
Fine,
chickening
you're
out.
chickening
I'm
out.
chickening out every week.
You chicken out. Yeah, we've got to find one next week that you're actually good at.
It's
So
too
we
much
probably
pressure.
we've got to
It's
meet.
too much pressure.
It's too much pressure. In which case, it's probably about time that we move on to impression of the week. Not, I mean, quote of the week even, because we just did impression of the week, did we not?
We just did.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't.
Whatever. It's time for quote of the week.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Do or do not. There is no try. He is the chosen one. This is the way.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy this and not join them!
The Force will be with you. Always.
So, our analytical breakdown this week is of Attack of the Clones. So you should probably go for Attack of the Clones. So I think the obvious choice is
Wait, I'm thinking. Let me think.
I don't like sand. It's coarse.
Oh, that's just
irritating,
Donald Trump.
and it gets everywhere. My Anakin
I do not
Skywalker
like
was-
sand.
It is terrifically bad. It is.
It is very bad to build a wall.
It is very, very bad. I do not like that. It just gets everywhere. You know, it's terrific. It terrifically gets everywhere. It does. It does. No, we will not be doing that line.
It is yellow. No, I can't do
No,
it.
I don't think he ever quite says that. What can we do? I actually don't know many quotes of Attack of the Clones. There aren't many good quotes from Attack of the Clones.
You will be the death of me.
Why do I get the feeling you'll be the best way? How about? Oh, I know. How about?
What the visible confusion? What's that line? He's like,
He doesn't
when-
say anything. That's just on.
What
And
does
how
the
about?
Kaminoan say before that?
I can't remember. Oh, how about? What is it? I killed them all, and not just the men, but the women and the children too.
It's too dark. It's too dark.
How about this one's quite a good one.
Watto, one from Watto.
No, I quite like this one. It's I'll do my Yoda impression for you guys while I'm doing it. Victory, victory, you say, Master Obi-Wan. Not victory. The shroud of the darkness has fallen. Begun. The Clone War has.
We will do it together.
I quite like that one. Just the shroud of the dark side has fallen. Begun. The Clone War has. I think that's quite a good one.
Yeah, it is a good one.
Should we go for that?
Yeah.
Okay. That's like that's like at the end of the movie where like stuff starts to get serious, which is always rather serious. Hey.
Hey!
Hey! How have we got 40 minutes into the episode and we haven't done a Babu Frick yet?
No clue.
Wait, wait!
I saw the opportunity.
I don't know why I'm laughing so much now. Hey!
Hey! No, that was that one. That was a bad
That was a
one.
really bad one. Okay. Now you've set me off now. now that we've done quote of the week, we should probably move on to our analytical breakdown of Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
You will be a Jedi. I promise.
For over 1,000 generations, the Jedi Knights were the guardians of peace and justice in the old Republic.
Show me again the power of the darkness.
The shroud of the dark side has fallen. Begun the clone man. I am your father.
And I.
Hello, the Jedi.
It's time to let old things die.
You were the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy us and not join them!
My favorite movie of all time.
It's not though, is it?
No, it's not.
It's really not.
The only thing that's good in it is the Obi-Wan side quests.
The whole when I first watched it, it was my favorite movie, simply because of the Geonosian Arena bit. Because at no other point in Star Wars have we ever seen a scene like the Geonosian Arena, where you've got tons, so many Jedi in fighting all together in an enclosed space where you can see them. That was awesome to see.
Pretty sure Anakin was like the only Padawan to survive that.
But the whole arena battle thing was the most ridiculous thing from the perspective of the Jedi. Why would you send 200 Jedi to save Padme, Obi-Wan, and Anakin?
Makes
only like
no
20
sense.
of which survived. Like it makes zero sense. I mean, it was awesome for the purpose of the movie, but in universe, it's the most stupid thing ever.
I guess Count Dooku was there.
I guess the fact they probably wanted. Padme was like a really high-profile senator. It would have been really bad for the Jedi if they'd lost her. Anakin was the chosen one. They didn't really want to let him die.
Not according to Miss Windu.
And also, Obi-Wan had the information about the clones. Which could have been very useful. So I kind of see why they do it, but why not just send the council or something? That would have been way more better. But I did realize so the whole kind of Geonosis bit in Attack of the Clones was really good.
It would be quite bad having the whole council die.
Yeah, that could have been problem, especially at the start of the Clone Wars. So okay, this could get nasty. Right, okay. Cinematography and visuals. What are we thinking?
Well, it's literally just all CGI.
They had improved from Phantom Menace.
What did we give the Phantom Menace?
I can't remember. It was like 1 or something.
Really?
But
it can't have been 1.
I don't think I can't remember. But
Should we give 2.5?
No, too high. I think maybe 2.
No. That's unfair. That's too. Because Attack of the Clones is a bad movie, but the CGI wasn't that bad.
Yeah, the CGI wasn't that. We'd got over the bit in Phantom Menace where they had the terrible, the overused CGI.
You know when they're celebrating at the end? There's a shot where it's 100% CGI.
Yes. That was a good shot though. So I think 2.5 for cinematography and visuals is fair.
Yeah.
I think. Okay. Plot.
I think we just talked about this a second ago. Do all the Jedi turning up at the arena count as plots, kind of like?
Well, it's part of the plot, isn't it? I don't
think the plot is that bad.
I think with Attack of the Clones, the first 2 acts are not great. The third act on Geonosis is very good. I think. The first.
The second act isn't that bad.
Second act's not that bad. First act's pretty bad.
I think it just goes from bad, a bit better, to okay.
Yeah, I think because as I said, there are certainly some bits of it I really enjoyed, and some bits of it that I hate.
Yeah.
Any bit between Anakin and Padme
was terrible.
Awful. But I think that's probably more script. Also, I guess in the second act you do have the death of Anakin's mum, which is a pretty emotional bit.
Mm.
So I think for plot, what should we give? What do you think?
The plot wasn't that bad. I thought 3,
I was gonna say 2, but okay.
2.
How about
I don't think it was that bad. The whole thing with the clones was pretty good.
2.65? Does that work?
2.69.
2.692.
Okay. So, okay, I can do that. I
Two
mean,
po-
that 692 is just more than 69, but yeah.
Damn it, it is, isn't it? Whoops. I hate you.
We've agreed on it now. We've agreed on it.
Script.
0.
I um, can we give less than 1?
I don't know if that's possible. We could.
I feel like it should be possible.
Negative 1. Can we do negative 1?
Can we do 0.75?
Yeah, we can.
It's an okay movie, but this film is the classic example of why George is a visionary, not a director.
Mhm.
He's very good at coming up with the stories. He's very bad at executing them and getting the lines and telling people how to do the acting and what he wants.
Wait a second.
The lines of dialogue were just often very sloppy.
Why
And I
don't
think-
we have acting in this? Where's the acting category?
Because I forgot to
Ah.
put it in when I first made the list, and when I realised that we'd forgotten it, we'd already done both A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, and I couldn't be bothered to recalculate the whole
It's
thing.
fair enough. It's fair enough.
Yeah. So I guess he's technically. Well, we often kind of put acting and script, don't we? We kind of incorporate it, don't we? In script.
Yeah, but for prequels, it's kind of screwed over
Yeah.
because the script is just terrible.
Yeah. Well, the acting in this movie wasn't great either, though, was it? Some of it.
Yeah.
I think again
agree.
that does come down to George just not being able to give the direction that the actors needed.
Yeah.
I think because I think there was a lot of, in terms of the emotional side of it, a lot of wasted opportunities. I think the bit with Anakin's mum, while emotional as it was, could have been pulled off a lot better. It just, that whole thing about, I killed not just the men but the women and the children too. That line just could have been pulled off a lot better, I think. But that,
I
that's
don't think so. I thought it was good.
It was good, but it needed more context. He's just told his girlfriend,
Oh
the
yeah.
woman he loves, his mum's just died, and he's slaughtered a whole village of people, including a ton of kids. And then like a week later, she's marrying him.
It's like the men. Oh, okay.
Okay,
The women.
that's
Oh,
It's
and the children.
actually okay. Any other person would have run screaming in the other direction.
Yeah.
And it's just like, can we maybe get a bit more backstory there, a bit more context, please? So I think script. Can we give 0.75?
Yep, I think that's fair.
Can we? Okay. I feel really bad for giving 0.75, but I will do what I must. If it means the last Jedi, if it means the Last Jedi comes out on top, I will do what I must. I'm joking. As long as Return of the Jedi comes out on top, I don't care.
I'll make sure it does not come on top.
Return of the Jedi or the Last Jedi?
The Last Jedi.
Imagine if objectively I ended up forcing you into a corner that the Last Jedi was the best. I think that'd probably be the happiest moment of my life. Another bloodbath for character.
I would have to give plot like 0.
What, for the Last Jedi?
Yeah.
I was going to say 4.5 for the Last Jedi. The plot in the Last Jedi was amazing. What are you talking about? We'll get to that in 3 weeks.
Yes.
4 weeks. I'm trying to do the math in my head. 3 weeks, yeah. That'll be an interesting episode.
For sure.
Yeah. I know. 4 weeks because we've got to do Solo as not Solo, Rogue One as well, haven't we? Force Awakens, Rogue One, Last Jedi, Solo, Rise of Skywalker. Yeah.
Oh, we're doing release order, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. Character and character development.
It'd be Rogue One Solo then.
No, it'd be
yeah,
Rogue One, Last Jedi, Solo,
Oh
Rise
yeah.
of Skywalker. Character and character development. What are we thinking? characters. Dooku was pretty cool. That was a cool new character.
There wasn't really any development.
And Django was
by
a cool new
characters, yeah.
character. But there was very little emotional
I think
change with any of
Anakin's
the characters.
development was pretty good.
I don't think it was. He went from a lovesick, angry teenager to a lovesick, angry teenager.
Yeah, but there's change.
I'm not so sure. What are you thinking at the moment for characters and character development?
2.5?
Really? That high?
Yeah!
I was going to say 1.5.
Because the development with the relationship, although the script was terrible, there's still development.
1.95.
2.
2.
Keep it simple.
Okay. Star Warsness. I think simply because of the Geonosian Arena battle and the Battle of what of the Battle of Geonosis that we saw, that didn't make any sense. I think that bumps it up. If it didn't have those two things, then it would be like
the first sight of the clones.
If it didn't have those things, it would be like 0.5.
And the Clone Wars had been kind of teased since New Hope.
I think that bumps it up to
3.
I was going to say 2.
Really, that low? You're harsh.
I know. And then when it gets to the sequels, I'm going to be like immensely generous. I'm trying
2.5. I will go 2.5.
2.5. Okay. I'm trying so hard to be objective here, and it's killing me. This could actually come out above Phantom Menace. That could.
But it is objective.
It is objective. Yeah, no, it hasn't come out on top of Phantom Menace. It really hasn't. Oh God.
What have we got an average of here? Okay, we've got less than 2.5.
I feel really bad now.
It's gonna be like 2.3. No, 2.2.
Brace yourself, Joe.
Yeah.
Out of 25, Attack of the Clones receives a mostly objective score of 10.442. Make it our lowest rated Star Wars movie to date, and probably going to be the lowest movie anymore overall. Like I can't foresee.
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker is better than Attack of the Clones. Rise of Skywalker's like 5th.
Yeah,
on my
I know. I was joking. I was joking.
Okay, that's not okay.
We don't need to get too going. Oh.
Okay. Out of 5, the average score for Star Wars Attack of the Clones is 2.0884.
At least it's over 2.
At least it's over 2, I think. So that puts it in a fairly firm bottom place on our rankings. As our rankings stand, we have Return of the Jedi with an average score of 4.059 out of 5. Then The Empire Strikes Back with 3.2392 out of 5. Then Star Wars A New Hope with 3.1 out of 5. Then Star Wars The Phantom Menace with 2.4512 out of 5. And then Star Wars Attack of the Clones with 2.0884 out of 5.
Well, if you think about it, it's still 4 out of 10.
Yeah. What do you mean it's still 4 out of 10?
Well, because it's 2 out of 5, 4 out of 10.
Oh, right, yeah. Just say 4 out of 10. But no, it's not. It is. No, yeah, no, yeah. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. So yeah.
I think you're being a bit stupid at the moment, Patrick.
I am. It wasn't as bad as I expected, to be honest.
I know, I was expecting it to be a lot worse.
I predicted it to be kind of at like 1.5 or something.
Yeah.
So that's not nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. I think. So I think that probably wraps up today's episode, I'd imagine.
All right.
Have you got anything else left to say?
I never do. If it's not about magnums, there's nothing to say.
You need to think of something interesting. For next thing, hopefully, fingers crossed, nothing is down in paper yet or anything. Hopefully next time we have an episode, so January, every episode that January, we will have a guest star from another Star Wars podcast or YouTube channel or whatever. Hopefully.
If it all goes to plan.
So that may fall through. So we may have like 2 We may only have one episode next month with a guest. We may have none, or we may have every single one. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll have every single one, but we don't know. So yeah, next month should be like our month of dreams. Should be a lot of fun. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to us on. If you're listening to us on YouTube, then be sure to like and comment. If it's on Spotify or Google Podcasts or whatever, be sure to rate us. Really helps us out. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you next time on the show with a guest here. May the force be with you.
May the force be with you.